Hey everybody, how's it going? Well, I'm out here by my dad's dugout, pond, whatever you want to call it. So I'm just checking in on the aeration system. And this is a Koenders HD250 aeration pump. And what it does is it pumps air into the water on the bottom and mixes it around, adds oxygen to it, those little bubbles, and clears the water, makes it, you know, there's no smells, there's no algae, gets rid of all that stuff. It really works really well. This is my third pump, well, second technically. I bought one for my place, which you've probably seen on earlier videos. My brother actually had borrowed mine for like two and a half weeks because my water was fine. He's got a huge borrow pit. We call those borrow pits because they were used to build, take the dirt and build the highways, and they hold tons of water. So yeah, his water was starting to get a little stagnant and smelly, and after 2 weeks of running my pump in there, cleared right up. The water cleared, no more smell. We use the water mainly for like washing, showers, and all that. We use the at this big dugout, we use it for watering cows. So the cows kind of don't care as much, but as we do. But it's good to have nice clean water for the cattle too. So yeah. So basically, that's what it does. Is it keeps the water open too. If this was a bigger dugout, the area would be open more because there's more heat at the bottom, at the very bottom of your dugout, so it keeps it open more. What it does is it keeps mixing the water around too, so it doesn't get stagnant. It works really well. So yeah, these Koenders pumps, these are the new style. These guys have been in production for over 30 years. I think this is their 30th anniversary now. But this is Dad's old Koenders aeration pump, and I think this guy is going to be about 25 years old now. But we retired it. It's a little different design, where it has a diaphragm right here. It's like a kind of looks like a vinyl record, and it has it's almost like a cylinder connecting rod on a bearing on a crankshaft, and the electric motor runs it with a belt, and it just goes up and down, and it compresses the baffle, and then sucks air, compresses, sucks air, compresses. It's almost like an engine. And yeah, this thing worked really good. It's got to be 25 years old. I can't remember when I got it. It had a 1/4 horse motor in it, and I don't know if there's a date. I don't know. But anyway, like I said, they put them in these nice plastic cases and everything. They never rust. They don't rot or anything. It's awesome. I did replace the diaphragm in this once, and the belt a couple times, but on these guys here, they don't have that. They have a just a electric motor with the pump directly mounted right to it, so works really well. Actually, I have a pump. Where is it? Yeah, this is the pump right here. So they got a little electric motor on here, and the pump is cast directly to it, so it's like all one-piece unit here. So you got your pop-off valve there, and this is your pump there. This is the one they had sent me by accident, but I think I'm going to utilize it. I got a plan for it. I did have one commenter on YouTube here who told me why couldn't I use it in I have these 1,000-gallon stock troughs for water that we use right around now because we're going to be shipping cows. Why couldn't I use an Airstone and a pump to keep the water open instead of using a 1,500 watt heater, which takes tons more power? Then I thought about it, and I thought that might work. So I do have another Airstone here, and this is what the Airstone is. This is what is sitting on the bottom of the pond or dugout, and what it does is the air pumps through the hose, and it looks like a grinding stone. but they're coarse enough that the air will pass through it. It's like solid, you know, it looks solid, but it's not. The air will go right through it. So, and it just sits on the bottom of the dugout like that, and blows air up and just churns the water up. So, and this is the 50 feet of rubber hose, and it sinks, which is what you want. On this one I have it just the 50 feet because it's not very far. So we have a heavy duty cord to the house because it's not that far to the house. So you kind of don't want your extension cord too far away for power purposes. It's easier on your electric motor. So they do give you a solid plastic hose if you want to run that. But I recommend that you bury this hose when you're coming out of the water. You should bury it. That's way better. And this way you don't have to worry about freezing and stuff like that because it's all underground. These stones do have a check valve, which they won't let water back up to the water level, which is good. Because if it ever you lose power or something and then the water fills back up, you're froze. So, which is not, if it's underground, you don't have to worry about that. Anyway, yeah, so I have been using these conditioners here. I've been using this one. I have a bigger jug at home. I did use some of this one because this is a winter treatment. So I used it on this pond here. But this stuff here, it actually cleans out the sludge from the bottom of your pond. And over the years, your pond or dugouts will gather like nutrients and all that, and which promotes algae and everything and weeds to grow. So these two guys here, they'll get rid of that. And I've used it on mine, and it worked. Seemed to. I had a bad algae bloom, but this year I didn't. So it seems to do the trick. So yeah, these. I think you just throw like it says on the back what you're supposed to do. So they're all organic too. They're not chemicals. See, it's even safe for livestock and your fish and pets, humans. It's all good. So that's what I really like about it, because it's not a chemical or anything. So a lot of people have fish in their ponds and that too. So it's safe for the fish. So yeah, it's pretty good. This stuff here is a 4-in-1 plumbing, septic, and sewage treatment. I did use some of this in the house. You throw this down your sinks and it gets rid of all the fats. This stuff is chemical free too. So you can throw it in your dishwasher. It's biodegradable. Reduces the phosphates and nitrates that pollute the ground and surface fresh water. Metabolizes fats, oils, greases. It's non-corrosive, it's non-toxic, and it's environmentally friendly. So yeah, it's pretty good stuff there. Like I said, this conditioner, this is more of a summertime treatment and everything. So it tells you here, just throw it beside the bubbles, or you can you can use it in your ponds that aren't aerated, and just dilute it in some water and throw it around the pond. So yeah, it seems to work pretty well, because like I said, I have a huge 5-gallon jug, so I got enough to last me for a long time. So yeah, that's like the dad hasn't complained, mom and dad haven't complained about any kind of smelly water or anything. So when the water gets when it used to get bad, you couldn't wash clothes because it would leave stains on the clothes. So when it would get bad sometimes. Anyway, yeah, that's the HD 250. You can also get the HD 450, which will it'll power. This one will run two Airstones, and they give you a valve that can tee off into 2 different lines. And the 450 will run 3. It's twice the size, so that's the size I got. Actually, I was just looking at that 4-in-1 treatment. It's anybody that has farmer manure pits, like they can throw that in there too, and it helps with that. I was just actually looking there. You can use it in your recreational vehicles or vegetable processing plants and all that stuff. Yeah, I actually didn't know that. But farming manure pits, I know there's a lot of people who do liquid manure and everything. So yeah, it's got a lot of uses. So like I said, this is our third machine now, and I'm really pleased with them. So yeah, I'm gonna try something out there with the spare motor here. I might even take that one apart and just use it as a case for this one. But yeah, it's my stock tank is probably about that big around, and it holds 1,000 gallons. And we'll probably will be using it here coming this week because we're shipping cows and we have to keep the calves overnight in the corral, so they'll be drinking a lot of water. So I always used to put the 1500 watt ice melter in there, and it takes a lot of power. But yeah, it's going to be a cool experiment. See how that works, because this thing, it should do it. I'm kind of excited to try that out. So anyway, that's my video on these conditioners and pond conditioners and the pump. Like I said, I like how they put it in the case. It's not very noisy, but it's durable plastic. You know, like I said, it doesn't rust. They're not very heavy or anything. And actually, they give you some air filters in that because clean the screens, and then they're just little foam filters, and you just change them and all that. So pretty simple. But if anyone has ponds of that and they want to keep them all nice and clean, you should try these out. They work really good. I know these anywhere in Canada, you just well, they ship to the States too. So yeah, check them out. Koenders. Where's their little sticker on here? I don't have it, but well, there it is right there. Koenders Water Solutions, or Nature's Pond Care. Check them out. Oh yeah, here it is right here. Yeah, nope, works really good. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you all later, and make sure to click like for the video.